Welcome to the Cotswolds and welcome to another installment of Property Vlogs. Today we are here at the Ellenbrook development by Spitfire Homes, and you're seeing a lot of animation and excitement because we're going to tour this house behind me. But before you get really close up, we want to take all the external stuff in. You are on the lawn that's right in front of your property. There are so many trees, young trees planted, which will become mature trees. You have to imagine this area is in just the beginnings, and over time it's going to really come to life. You've got traditional exteriors because we are looking at properties which feature a mix of reconstituted stone and Cotswold stone because we are in ... the Cotswolds in Gloucestershire, and this house is called the Fry. The Fry is a 2-bedroom, a 2-bathroom home, and you're seeing it behind me now in a terraced formation. I just want to go into the external stuff because there's so much of it. We've got this traditional boundary wall, which you're never really going to see in most new build developments, but we are in a countryside setting, and I'm really loving what I'm seeing. Externally, the Fry, you see that kind of very pastel mint green color on the front door. You've got the porch canopy above it, and now that you're closer, let me get closer to the house. I love the paving stones that you're seeing rather than those kind of flat concrete tiles. You have more texture in everything in this development. Each property has its own lawn and garden at the front. We've got the sills done there in that stone appearance and white cottage style windows. The whole thing is just very quaint and very modest, but wait till you see what's on the inside because it's not modest and it's not quaint at all. It's modern and it's got so much going for it. And I just can't wait to let you in. So as we always do, follow me and I'm going to take you on this internal journey to see the Fry. All right. Okay, now we're inside the hallway. We're seeing very nice ceiling heights, taller than your standard 2.4. And we're going to start off, as we always do, at the front door. As you saw on the outside, it was kind of like a muted green. And on the inside, that same colour is reflected. And I think, given the style of the property, the kind of cottage, countryside influence, I think I love that, having that same colour on the inside, rather than your usual white colour. So you've got that glazed panel in the middle, bringing in lots of light, and then you've got the peephole, a security chain, and then the handles and the letterbox above in that chrome finish. I really like this, which is that inlaid matting. Again, dust your feet off, and there's no trip hazards or slip hazards. You come straight onto our ceramic floor tiles. Again, this is our hallway. It's a good size, it's rectangular, and the staircase is over there. But before you leave, I want to show you the most important room for any guest to your home is the downstairs toilet. You come into it sideways, and oh my God, guys, it smells amazing. Yeah, it smells like chocolate, actually. I'm a bit peckish, maybe I'm a bit biased. It smells amazing and it's beautifully decorated. What are we looking at? So we're looking at a rectangular floor plan with a toilet and a sink with a vanity underneath it. So again, some of these fittings are going to be upgrades, so bear that in mind. This is for context. This is for somebody that's really interested in this house and they want to see how they can change it into a home. So this is your faceplace by Viego, and then you've got our recessed shelving done in that beautiful tiling. Again, love it. Did I mention, I mean I didn't, but did I mention the whole of the downstairs has underfloor heating? Yeah. So let's close that. We're not going to see a lot of radiators here. Isn't this really cool? I absolutely love this. So you just welcome home and you want to know if they've started having their tea before you've arrived, and you can see them munching away. Ooh. But you know you can join them in 2 seconds because this is such a great addition. It's like a window into the heart of the home. Got the staircase behind me. Let's go straight into the first proper space. This is our open plan kitchen and dining. And we peeped this just a couple of seconds ago. More on this later, but let's spin around and talk about this space over here, which is our kitchen. So our kitchen is L-shaped. It's a front facing kitchen, so you have views of that green lawn area there with the beautiful pond. You've got the opening light, so that does open, And then again, there's complete privacy because of the height of the window. You can just do your mundane chores with the dishes in your 1.5 stainless steel bowl sink and use the mixer tap, the Crow mixer tap, and just enjoy the rest of the being in the kitchen. So let's go through some of the finishes here. So these are the options available to you. You've got what looks like it's quartz on the worktop with the fabricated grooves into it. And then you've got a dishwasher here. Let me just show you. That's by Bosch. And I like the choice of the handles of the dishwasher as well. Really love that textured finish there. Great. Storage. Got storage under the sink. Storage. All of these are storage. And then this is where your cutlery drawer is. There with the utensil drawer. Again, as you can see there, soft closes. You've got your induction hob by Neff, and then that same quality worktop material has been used to create your splash bag, and your extractor fan is there, just hidden away. I like these flat recessed spotlights, very modern, and then the high level cabinets, so you don't feel like everything is like enclosing and just kind of like just on you. You have that space because all of this is open and clear. I like the storage. And the choice of material they've gone on the cupboard doors is a shaker style, but with the joinery details. So it's more of a traditional shaker style, and they've kind of preserved the wood grain texture. So it gives that more, there's more depth to it. It's not just like a flat paint. And internally, it's that same kind of warm cream. It's not a stark white. So again, I commend that effort of choosing that color palette and maintaining it. So we've got storage again, like I mentioned, a double oven system there. And then here is your fridge freezer by Neff. I love it. The flooring again, like I mentioned, is the same that was in the hallway. So that by continuing it, you do nothing but just make it feel more spacious. There's a little nook here at the side of the kitchen. This could be a small TV nook, but again, there's a proper dedicated entertainment area coming right up. But if you want to, you could do what they've done with the bar. I really love this piece of furniture. Again, people who stage homes are so adventurous, and they really give you so many ideas. Like, oh, will this fit in my house? You know it fits in this house. So this is a 4-seater table. Again, great choices of furniture. A circular table just creates that flow rather than having like a square table, which would feel very kind of like weighty. This is very light, and it promotes that circulation because there is a bonus door. So let me just go around, and I like this. It's actually a pocket door. So switch on the light. This is our store / clerk for the downstairs. I love the sliding pocket door. I want to see more of these actually. Again, this is such a fantastic addition. It makes the most of the space. Oh, and it's by Eclise, one of the most popular sliding pocket door manufacturers that we use in this country. So you've got your consumer unit, your telecom, and a light, and it's got enough space for storing additional items that don't know where their home is. And just in case you love that glazed feature, we've got another one over here. And if you're somebody that feels as though you want this to be less transparent and more privacy, you can just add like a privacy film. And yeah, as you can see, that flow is maintained. You can see right to the front door. I really love that feature and that continuity between all the spaces on this ground floor. I do think this is such a nice add-on, and it comes with the home. So before we move out, I just realized we haven't shown you where your dishwasher and your washing machine, and if you're somebody really loving this house, you might think there isn't one, but there is. So let me just pop back and really show you that. That's where the Bosch dishwasher is, and your washing machine is here. You can relax, guys. They're integrated appliances. This is where they live. And now can we continue the rest of the tour? Yes. I just want to make you guys happy, right? So coming into this room, this is your formal lounge / living area. It's really, really nice. Really nice. And I'm trying not to get sucked into looking at the staging, but it's predominantly due to the fact that there is an obvious focal point, which is on that far wall. And instead of doing the cliche thing of putting the wallpaper and just banging on the TV, they've put the TV there, which is nice to have because, you know, most people watch TV in their living rooms, but the focal point and the the features are actually also the art and the architecture. You've got a space there for artwork, but then this framed view of your dining area is just like art in itself. And this wall, guys, I really love this add-on. This is actually what left me speechless. And now that you're stood where I was, you can see all the little gems that I was like looking at when I was in this space. I like the large armchair, that's more than an armchair, the large sofa there. You probably have like a little bit, I think you can sometimes get those sofas where they have like the end sofa, the end seat kind of comes out forward so you can kick up your feet there. Easily can be accommodated there. There's a little cheeky window that opens here, but this is what you're probably interested in. This is your bifolding metal doors. More sturdier, not more sturdy or sturdier than your UPVC doors. But you would open those all the way up, and then all you can have just the door formation just to go in and out. And as you can see, let's do a mini garden tour, guys. So you can see you have the paving, and then you have a path that takes you to your rear garden fence, and that's how you take out your waste straight from the kitchen out there, or through the front if you prefer, but that's how you'd access your garden. And you can see their paving and lawn would come as standard, and then you can see they've got an air source heat pump there as well. And then there's gravel around the borders, and this is the final space on this floor, but we've got more to show you, so come with me and I'm going to take you upstairs. I can't wait to see what you think of the next two spaces. This is our landing space, as you can see. Again, if you've watched any of the other tours at the Ellenbrook development, you'll be familiar with this detailing, which I'm seeing. So Spitfire Homes doesn't always do this type of balustrading, but I'm glad to see they've opted for it here. We've got the solid wood, which they always do, by the way, and it's been varnished, so the wood grain has been left to be exposed, as in visually exposed, but obviously protected in the varnish. Then we've got these black metal contrasting bars, which provide the security, protection, but also are just so interesting to look at, and it's just something so different. I really like that. And then the whole landing is carpeted, and so are the two rooms. So actually, let's do the first room. The first room is over here with a generous king-size bed, generous headboard, bedside table can be on both sides, so two people easily can occupy this room. You've got the ceiling heights maintained, and then you've got the windows either side looking at the front of the property. You can just see over in the distance the countryside, views of that pond and views of the green on the outside of the property. And on a day like this, the views are just 10 out of 10. It's so quiet. I mean, it is a live construction site because there's so many plots yet still up for grabs and yet on offer, but you can just see so much activity, but then it's also so quiet. Now over here you've got the sliding doors to the wardrobe space, so you can see that that doesn't eat into the rest of the room at all, and it's full height and just makes the most of this entire space. And obviously you can go for a different finish, it doesn't have to be mirrored doors. And I just like the fact that you have a dedicated storage space there with a bit of extra room at the foot of the bed. So the next space is through here. This is where our hot water cylinder is, the component to the air source heat pump. I love that, and that's what's powering your showers. And now let's go back into the hallway. So in the hallway, the landing, the upstairs, we've got our family or shared bathroom. As there's two bedrooms on this floor, this is one of the bathrooms for this, one of the bedrooms. You can see it's fully tiled. Again, it smells amazing. Making me hungry with these delicious scents. A large curved edge bathtub by Villeroy & Boch. You've got the handheld device there, so it's got the shower option over the bathtub. I like this hinged glass screen. This is very fancy. Chrome edging there. And then the toilet, the sink is floating, so it's easy to clean underneath. You've got the faceplate, the shaver socket, and then this recessed edge. And I think that completes the bathroom. And then this is our room of all rooms. Did I forget to switch the light on? Look at this. This is our primary bedroom. So in our primary bedroom, we've got the king size bed, the bedside tables that we saw in the other bedroom. And this house is actually a bit interesting because it was quite difficult to see which one was the primary bedroom. But you'll see why this one won the top spot in a second. This room is similar in size and proportion to the other one. We also have a dedicated wardrobe area over here with its full height wardrobe space, as you can see, with deep wardrobe space there. And you can customize whether you want a chest of drawers in there, shelving. It's all up to you what you want to do with that. And then you've got views of the rear garden from this bedroom, which is another feature as to why it's the primary bedroom. I always think a primary bedroom should have the quieter views, which is usually the rear bedroom, the rear garden, but also you can plant whatever you want there, so it's a view that you can control. And this is what gives it the top spot, guys. This is the ensuite that goes with the primary bathroom. So this is a 3-piece suite with a chrome towel rail, floating sink, the toilet, and a double medicine cabinet. Again, you can see 2 occupants in the primary bedroom with ample space. And that is such a beautiful feature Spitfire Homes uses. And then you've got the shaver socket there, and then it's just recessed all the way back. Everything is tiled within this wet area all the way to the ceiling. And then you've got your shower there with the rainfall device and the handheld one. And my favorite, the shower controls are on the outside. So it's easy to just turn it on a little bit, get it warm, and then you can enjoy the warmth of the shower. So that is the final room of this beautiful 2-bedroom house. What did you like the most about the house? Was there anything you thought was a bit unusual? Leave it in the comments below. Unusual as in, like, I've never seen that in another show home before. We'd love to know your comments. And we'll see you in another video, because we've toured 3 so far at this development. So which one would be your favorite? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you in another video that's going to pop up on the screen. Bye.